Yeah, amazing start in terms of playing style, in terms of points, of goals. After that, unfortunately, we started to lack efficiency offensively, and we started to commit too many mistakes of focus in defense. And I think those two elements put together, lack of offensive efficiency and lack of focus defensively, made that we lost points, that we lost games. That's one part of the explanation. Another part of the explanation can also be that we had a lot of injuries at the same time. When it was not injury, it was suspension. So I think we never play any game with 7 foreign players on the pitch. All those elements put together made that we lost points and that we didn't win many games in the last few weeks. I could also speak about some decisions from the referees, but we are not here to complain. We are just here to try to give the people an objective vision of where we are right now. So of course, with some fair and correct decisions from the referees, we would have now 3, 4, 5 points more, and we would not be 2 points from the relegation zone. We would maybe be 2 points from the top 3. So it's those small details at the end make a big difference. Yeah, honestly, I like the way we play, and I think that everyone, all the people watching football, enjoy the way we play, because we don't wait. We try to go for the ball. We try to attack, and I love that. The players love that. People love to see that. And honestly, if I after analysis, because we analyze every game, after analysis, if I had a doubt about this style of play, if I thought that this style of play cost us goals, then I would change the style of play, because at the end we want to win games. But the fact that we concede goals has, in my opinion, after analysis, nothing to do with the attacking style of play that we have. If we were a little bit more focused, and if we anticipated a little bit more, we would not concede that many goals. So honestly, I know what people think, like, yeah, but why not waiting on their own half and going in counter? I'm sorry, people don't watch football to watch that. And of course, we took points like that last season because we had no other choice, no other option. But I think that we have to give something to the people who watch the games. And if people want to see their team waiting and scoring 1 goal on counter and then falling on the ground every time they can and gaining time and not playing fair play, if people want to see that, then I think they shouldn't watch Al-Fateh, because Al-Fateh is not like that. In Al-Fateh, we try to play attractive football, we try to attack, we try to create, and we create a lot. We generate a lot of chances. Only we miss some efficiency and we miss some luck in the last third, and we miss sometimes the right pass to the right player at the right moment. We missed the right decision. So I think if we can correct all those small things, we will transform that attractive play in more wins. Look, after the good start that we had this season, everyone was talking about going to Asia, ending top 3. And of course, we all dream about it. Not only the fans, also the people inside the club. But my answer to that already, I remember 3-4 months ago, was already, guys, watch out, because we come from a season where we fought against relegation until the 29th game. And now we cannot, just by adding 2 players, in the starting 11, the main players that changed now, Amar Al-Duhaim is playing in the starting 11 most of the time, and Murad Batna. For the rest, out of those players, yes, we had some other players which are not always in the starting 11, but out of those 2 players, we didn't change much. So you cannot expect to fight against relegation, adding 1 foreign player and one Saudi player, and then just like that, playing for top 3. It's not working that quick. So what I said a few months ago, I still repeat it now. and I think that our position in the ranking shows that I'm right. We first have to try to avoid relegation. That's our main objective. As quick as possible, being safe, and only if we are safe, after we can think about more. The chances are, of course, bigger than before the game against Al Hilal. But when you start this competition and you win against Al Hilal in Riyadh 0-2, the way we played, the way we pressed, it gives a lot of hope for the future. But you know, we played that game in I think it was in December, and now we will play the quarterfinal in March. So many things can happen until March. I think we have 8 league games before that game. So many things can happen. But of course, we have a lot of hope in this competition, because we know that now, by winning 3 games, we can win the cup. Only 3 games. It seems nothing, but it's a lot at the same time. So we have a lot of hopes about in that competition. We will do everything in our power to try to win it. First, winning the first game, the next game against Ittihad, and if we do so, then thinking about the semi-final. But we have a lot of ambition in the cup, a lot of hopes, a lot of dreams, and we hope that we will achieve that beautiful objective. I'm a dreamer, and I want to believe in that kind of things. But you know, like me, that the word project in football is difficult to believe in. I mean, as a coach, because as a coach, you know that you rely on the results, and your team can be amazing, can play amazing. You don't win the games, you might get sacked as a coach. So yes, I believe in the word project, because I think that any project, any coach, any team needs time to build. And that's what we are doing here since more than a year now. We are building, and what Al-Fateh wants to do, Al-Fateh's project is great, is amazing. Not only in terms of what we want to achieve on the pitch, but also in terms of facilities, in terms of investment on the youth players. I mean, once all this will be done, will be finished, I think that we will be able to compete with the best teams in the country, definitely, because yeah, you know, it's not only about putting a lot of money in some foreign players and trying to win something in 1 or 2 years. It's not about that. It's about building something solid for the coming years. It's about not winning, but building a team who will keep winning in the time. And honestly, I'm talking about that with a lot of passion and emotion, but I don't know if I will still be there when all of this will be done. All the facilities, it needs time. It needs time. It needs years. It needs years. So I hope I will still be part of that project in this period. But you know, things can go very fast. So yeah, the project is beautiful here. We want to reach excellence, which is not easy to reach, but we already put the first stones to build that, and I'm very happy about the way it's evolving. You know, many times you have to wait for injuries or suspensions or other circumstances like that to introduce the youth players. And that was our case at some point this season. We had a lot of injuries at the same time, suspensions, and we thought, okay, because we are following mostly the U17 and U19 teams this season, we were thinking, okay, let's try to give a chance to this one, and this one. And when they came to train with us, we were thinking, the quality is good. So of course, in terms of body development, physical development, they are not ready yet, but we could see in some of them very interesting qualities, and we also know that there are more players that we haven't seen yet with the first team who also have those interesting qualities. So that shows that some good work is done in the youth categories here at Al-Fateh. Now we hope that we will get the opportunity in the coming month to give those young players more chances to play. But you know, it depends on the results. Also, it depends on many factors. So, but just to give you an example, now that we have all our players back from injury, those young players are still training with the first team. And we are talking about 16, 17, 19 years old kids. So this is also part of the project. We were talking about projects. Projects is not only winning games and building a training facility. Project is also relying on the youth, training the youth, preparing them for the next step. And the next step for them is the first team. But you know that having a good football education and then coming to the first team, there is still a gap between the two. And we have now to fill that gap with more training sessions, with more professionalism. And if we can do that, then we will prepare the players for the first team. First of all, yes, it's not easy to bring players with those names, those experience that they have, like Cueva International from Peru, played the World Cup, played in Brazil, played in Mexico, which are two very big leagues. Then we have Sudani, who played in the best Croatian club, who played international, who played in Olympiacos, which is a team who plays Champions League, European Champions League every year. So yes, we are very pleased that those guys are with us now, and we made, of course, a big analysis before deciding which profiles we needed, and we came to the conclusion that we needed profiles for the offensive sector more than for the defensive sector. Honestly, our problem defensively is not the lack of quality; it's only a lack of focus and anticipation. And if we can increase the focus and anticipate more what's going to happen into 1 second, instead of acting, if we can do that defensively, then we will be better and concede less goals and win more games. So it's not a question of nationalities at the back. It's not a question of profiles, of names. We are very happy with the defense we have. I don't want to change any player. And that's what I said to the president a few weeks ago before the transfer window started. I said, let's not touch to the defense. It's not a question of players. It's a question of general focus. And once we will reach that focus, we will be better. Don't forget that we come from a season where we fought against relegation. So now we cannot expect from going from that team to a team who's having a clean sheet every week. So this has to be built step by step, and we have young players also at the back. We played many games with 4 Saudi defenders, and they need time to get experience. Our level of demands is very high, so they need time to get used to everything. So don't forget that Nawaf is only 20 years old. Yes, Tofik is experienced. Yes, Amar is experienced. But Amar didn't play many games the 3 last years. So we need time for him to get back in the rhythm. So I'm not worried at all defensively. I just hope now that the 2 offensive profiles that we brought will bring us what we need and what we lack. And this is efficiency, decision making. If they can bring us that, then we will be better. I understand them. First of all, I understand them, and but I'm not concerned personally. I mean, I'm thinking about the team. I'm thinking about the club 24/7. I mean, 24/7, every day, every hour of the day. I'm concerned by that, and I never feel like relieved, because there is always a game coming and a training coming. But I understand it, but I'm not concerned because of all what we create. We create incredibly many chances. We have many situations in the last third. I take the last game against Al Raid. We lost 2-0. We had 1 ball on the crossbar, 1 ball on the post, and 1 ball saved by the goalkeeper. Even today, he still doesn't know how he saved that ball. So those 3 balls are in. We're talking about centimeters. If those 3 balls are in, we never lose 2-0. We maybe win 3-0 or 3-1 or 3-2. So I'm not concerned. I know that those kind of things, sometimes those elements are in your favor, sometimes they're against you. So for all what we control, like creating chances, we are good at this. What we don't control is how good the goalkeeper of the opponent will be. Would the referee be fair, be honest, be good? Those things we don't control, and we cannot focus on this. We can only focus on what we do, and I can promise all the fans of Al-Fateh, we do everything we can, every second of every day, to get the team better. And yes, sometimes we play bad. Yes, sometimes we miss obvious chances. Yes, sometimes we concede obvious goals. Yes, sometimes I make wrong choices, wrong calls. But at the end, we are all humans and we make mistakes. So honestly, I'm not concerned. I have a way better feeling this season than last season at the same time. Last season at the same time, we had 10 points. Now we have 18 and we generate so much more than last season. So it's only a question of more efficiency and more focus. And once we will have that, we will win more games. And my last message for the fans is, I hope that they will come back soon to the stadium, because I remember when we played home, the amazing atmosphere that they gave, that they put in the stadium. And when you see our results this season home, our results are terrible at home this season. So I'm sure that it's also because they are not there. So I hope they will be back with us soon, and so that we can play in a full stadium, full of chants and of noise, and that will be nice for us.